My dear friends, I just watched The Untouchables by Brian De Palma for the first time, since I am in my year of De Palma, and I missed out when it first hit theaters. This was a good movie. Now let me tell you about it. First, we start with the cast. And oh my God, this is almost one of the most impressive rosters you're going to see out there. Unfortunately, the first name up we've got is Kevin Costner, who was young in his career when this movie came out, and he is his wooden best. Now, he's okay. He does carry the movie effectively enough. However, him playing Elliot Ness in his attempt to take down bootlegger and gang kingpin Al Capone, played by Robert De Niro, who is fantastic in that role, he's mostly paired on screen with Sean friggin' Connery. So the stark contrast between their acting abilities is just like, because you got Kevin Costner barely able to carry the scene, and you got Sean Connery just on fire and doing his level best to give you a good time. Of course, he still had a Scottish accent playing an Irish cop in old Chicago, but that doesn't matter. It's Sean Connery. His accent is the price of admission. So Connery plays a beat cop that gets picked up by Elliot Ness to help him try to take down Al Capone and his bootlegging gang on behalf of the IRS and the federal government's prohibition. I'm already not liking the main character because, yeah, I'm sure Al Capone hurt a bunch of people, but which side really hurt more people? Let's think about it. One wanted to give you a drink and make some money off of it. One of them actively poisoned things so as to kill people who tried to consume banned substances. But we're not going to think too deep for sake of this movie review. It was a game of cat and mouse between the law and those beyond the law, and it was very well done. Now let me tell you about those other actors we've got involved. A very young Andy Garcia does a fantastic job of carrying his part of the movie for much of it as a young police trainee. Billy Drago, who I was first introduced to in The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr., makes another blood-chilling villain. And Charles Martin Smith plays a character who apparently came up with the idea to get Al Capone on tax charges. And he was a joy to watch. Another important element of this movie is that one of the directors is Hollywood conservative David Mamet, who you might remember from Glengarry Glen Ross. So our dialogue's good, the instructions to the actors of what to do is good, the scene setting's good, but this was a De Palma movie, so I was looking for what interesting cinematography is he going to do in this thing, and he delivered. Something I was not expecting, but completely apropos for what's going on here. Whenever he shot Robert De Niro as Al Capone, he made sure to get the camera looking up at him as much as possible, and hopefully with a very impressive, ostentatious, glorious background behind him, as though we in the audience are looking up to him, who is himself big as a god, with all the power and thunder of a Jupiter. But very interestingly, when Sean Connery and Elliot Ness go to a church to talk out the method of their arrangement, if they're going to go all in on this mission or not, you see them hunched close to the camera. God is in a church, but he is far up and behind them. They are much lesser men, whereas Capone, he is a colossus amongst us little people. And I thought it was interesting when Connery and Costner's characters make their agreement, they shake hands, and it's even stuck behind the pew that they're in. So there's some semblance of meekness, but secret, steely resolve that's going into this. But they're unknown and low level, in contrast to their opponent, who's larger than life. And so yeah, De Palma didn't disappoint me. So when this movie came out and won accolades from all over the place and made bundles of money, yeah, I get it. It's a spectacle, and it is a well worth watch.